Every year, scientists discover new species. A few mammals, some insects, occasional plants or marine life. That's how most people imagine it. But the real number isn't a handful. It's 16,000 new species every single year. 16,000 organisms that were previously unknown to science, never formally described, never classified, never named. And what makes that number even more unsettling is this: it isn't slowing down, it's accelerating. When scientists say 16,000 new species, they don't mean sightings, they don't mean rumors, they don't mean blurry photos or unverified reports. They mean species that have been formally described and accepted into the scientific record. Each one required physical specimens, careful anatomical comparison, often genetic analysis, and peer-reviewed publication. This is slow, methodical work, which is why, historically, only a few thousand new species were added each year. So when global biodiversity databases began showing annual discovery rates approaching and exceeding 16,000, researchers paid attention. Not because it sounded exciting, but because it was unexpected. It suggested something fundamental about Earth's biosphere had been misunderstood. Most newly discovered species are not large animals. They're insects, marine invertebrates, fungi, microscopic organisms. They come from places humans rarely survey in detail: tropical rainforests, coral reef systems, deep-sea environments, underground cave networks, isolated islands, and mountain ranges. Many of these organisms were never truly hidden, they were simply overlooked. Some lived in plain sight, mistaken for known species because they looked nearly identical. Others inhabited environments that were too remote, too deep, or too dangerous to study until recently. Life didn't suddenly appear, our ability to recognize it did. The acceleration isn't random, it's technological. Genetic sequencing has transformed taxonomy. Organisms that appear identical under a microscope can now be separated by subtle but meaningful genetic differences. Remote tools have expanded human reach: deep-sea submersibles, autonomous underwater vehicles, environmental DNA sampling. Scientists can now detect organisms without ever seeing them directly. Global databases allow instant comparison. A specimen collected in one country can be matched against records from across the world in minutes. In the past, confirming a new species could take decades. Now it can happen in years, sometimes months. The planet didn't become more complex, our resolution improved. There's a paradox at the center of this story. We are discovering life faster than ever. At the same time, we are losing it faster than ever. Many newly described species are already endangered by the time they are named. Some are documented just before their habitats are destroyed. Others are known from only a handful of specimens. In some cases, extinction risk is assessed almost immediately after discovery. Science isn't just cataloging life, it's racing to record it before it disappears. This pace of discovery is reshaping biology itself. Taxonomy was once considered a mature, nearly complete field. That assumption no longer holds. Entire ecosystems once thought well studied are still producing new species. Even urban environments and agricultural landscapes continue to surprise researchers. The idea that Earth's biodiversity is mostly known has quietly collapsed. Not because scientists were careless, but because the scale was underestimated. Researchers estimate that millions of species remain undocumented, especially among insects, microbes, and deep-sea organisms. The fact that 16,000 are still being added every year suggests something profound. Earth is not a solved system. It is a living archive, incomplete, dynamic, and constantly revealing new chapters. And much of it exists beyond human awareness. 16,000 new species every year doesn't mean we're nearing the end of discovery. It means we're standing near the beginning. The world beneath our feet, beneath forest canopies, and beneath the ocean floor is still largely unknown. The greatest mystery on Earth isn't what we've already found, it's how much life is still waiting to be named. If you want more documentaries that explore what science is still uncovering, without hype and without exaggeration, subscribe to the channel. Every story here is built on evidence, scale, and what we truly know.